Here's a game you should try. Later Alligator. Developed by Small Boo and Pillow Fight, Pat needs your help investigating his family that is out to get him. Travel around Alligator, New York City and learn what his family is up to. Play through minigames and prepare for the event. I give it an 8 out of 10. Tangle Tower. Developed by SFB Games, play as Detective Grimoire and Sally, who are on the case for the murder of Freya Fellow. Explore Tangle Tower, meet its inhabitants, and solve puzzles. Will you be able to catch the killer? I give it an 8 out of 10. Dropsy. Developed by Tendershoot and the Jolly Corpse, play as Dropsy, a kind-hearted circus clown from a now desolate circus. Walk around town as you try to cheer people up, give them hugs, and prove that you weren't the arsonist that burned everything down. I give it an 8 out of 10. Please don't touch anything. Developed by 4 Quarters, sit in front of a button and don't press it. After pressing the button, try to solve as many puzzles as you can and see what happens. Will you get all the endings or will you leave well enough alone? I give it an 8 out of 10. Plug and Play. Developed by Michael Frey and Mario von Rickenbach, explore this magnificently strange fever dream of fingers and outlets. Plug and play as you are taken along for the ride. Are you prepared? I give it an 8 out of 10. Rusty Lake Hotel. Developed by Rusty Lake, enter Mr. Owl's hotel where 5 new guests just arrived. A unique meal is cooked every night and it's up to you to get the ingredients. Can you solve the puzzles and create the perfect dish? I give it an 8 out of 10. Florence. Developed by Mountains, go through the everyday life of Florence as she grows up. Remember past ambitions, develop new relationships, and deal with the difficulties and hardships of life. Will you make it through without tearing up? I give it an 8 out of 10. The Room. Developed by Fireproof Games, find yourself in a room with a mysterious puzzle box. Try to open it up using many different tools to learn what's really going on. Will your side of the other world show you the truth? I give it an 8 out of 10. Papers, Please. Developed by Lucas Pope, become the newest immigrations officer tasked with verifying the credentials of everyone entering the country. Analyze documents while burying your heart to be able to ensure the safety of your family. Will you bring glory to a Stoltzka or decide to develop a conscience? I give it an 8 out of 10. Rusty Lake Roots. Developed by Rusty Lake, go through the lives of the Vanderbooms as their family tree grows and blossoms. Solve puzzles to guide them to their fate and experience the rise and fall of the house. Will you see how their stories end? I give it an 8 out of 10. The Henry Stickmin Collection. Developed by Puffballs United, play as Henry as he goes on reference-filled adventures with many lovable characters. Choose how you want to solve each issue while enjoying the many fails that occur along the way. Will you get all the endings? I give it an 8 out of 10. Happy Game. Developed by Amanita Design, play as a child as he suffers through a horrific nightmare full of traumatizing events. Wander around the surreal landscape and solve puzzles to try to find his long-lost treasures. Will you return his happiness? I give it an 8 out of 10. Kids. Developed by Mario von Rickenbach and Michael Frey, play as a mob of kids in a white void. Go through this surreal adventure full of crowds, holes, and tubes. Will you understand what this all means? I give it an 8 out of 10. Rusty Lake Paradise. Developed by Rusty Lake, return to your family's island after the recent death of your mother. Experience a different plague each day as you try to gather all the lost memories. Will you learn what really happened on that island? I give it an 8 out of 10. The Room 2. Developed by Fireproof Games, find yourself trapped in a mysterious crypt with strange puzzles and guiding notes. Use your wit and magical tools to help you escape this haunting place. Will you make it out alive? I give it an 8 out of 10. The White Door. Developed by Rusty Lake, play as Robert, who's in a mental health facility after an incident. Go through your day-to-day routine while getting flashbacks of what happened before the accident. I give it an 8 out of 10. Cube Escape Collection. Developed by Rusty Lake, play through 9 different puzzle games as you learn the story of these strange cubes. Uncover the secrets of Rusty Lake as the pieces start to fall into place. I give it an 8 out of 10. The Room 3. Developed by Fireproof Games, find yourself trapped in a mysterious mansion after hunting down the craftsman. Solve many different puzzles using your eyepiece to try to uncover the secret of Null. I give it an 8 out of 10. Samsara Room. Developed by Rusty Lake, find yourself trapped in a strange room with no exits in sight. Solve puzzles while changing yourself and the room to try to reach enlightenment. I give it an 8 out of 10. Ring Ring. Developed by Heliquo, find yourself with a strange phone that houses the souls of those who used it before you. Dial different numbers, listening to haunting tales as you try to figure out how to escape from its clutches. I give it an 8 out of 10. The Longing. Developed by Studio Swaves, play as the Shade, who was tasked to wait 400 real-world days to awaken your king. Explore the kingdom in search of ways to speed up the clock or a possible way out. I give it an 8 out of 10. The Room 4. Old Sins. Developed by Fireproof Games, return to your hunt for the Null by exploring a mysterious dollhouse with strange secrets. Use your eyepiece to discover new rooms and tools to uncover this mystery. I give it an 8 out of 10. Chuchel. Developed by Amanita Design, play as Chuchel as he battles against Keckle and the giant hand to get his cherry back. Solve puzzles as you meet the strange inhabitants of this crazy world. I give it an 8 out of 10. The Dark Side Detective. Developed by Spooky Doorway, play as Francis McQueen, A paranormal detective as you solve supernatural cases with Officer Dooley. Search the crime scene, find clues, and catch those abusing powers of the unknown. I give it an 8 out of 10. Cube Escape Paradox. Developed by Rusty Lake, play as Dale Vandermeer as he's trapped in a strange room across multiple universes. Investigate the rooms in an attempt to find a way out and to understand what caused this to happen. I give it an 8 out of 10. Mind Scanners. Developed by The Outer Zone, travel around the structure as the newest mind scanner while you work to see your daughter again. Evaluate, diagnose, and cure the insanity around the city while deciding if you want to preserve their personality. I give it an 8 out of 10.